What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Today's video is brought to you guys by Pitika, and we're taking a look at something really awesome. So of course I have an iPhone X and I don't like giant cases, and yet I still want to protect my iPhone, but don't want it slipping out of my hand every 3 seconds, or when I just throw it down on the table, I don't want the back glass to break because that can cost $500 or so to actually repair. But at the same time, I want something super thin, I want something that doesn't really slip out of my hand, and I also want something that can stick onto my car and I can take off super easily. So for the longest time, I've been trying to figure out what is the ultimate solution. A thin case usually doesn't go well with a car mount, because then you need one of the clamp car mounts, and those are really annoying to work with. I also want wireless charging on top of that, but if you get wireless charging and you want to, I don't know, a clear case, then it's all of a sudden too thick and then the phone heats up and it's not that great. That's another problem, the phone heating up while wirelessly charging, because you're usually on long drives that drive maybe an hour or two every single day, and that just doesn't work. So I'm like, how do I have a thin case while having a wireless charger with a magnetic mount that stays on my car? I'm like, there's no product in the history of time that can actually do all of these, except there is, and that's where this cool little thing comes in. So first of all, there is the case in this particular review, which I'll leave a link to below, and then there is the car mount, which is also a wireless charger that has a fan built into it inside of this review as well. But the first thing I'll be showing you guys is, of course, this super sleek case. This thing looks awesome. From a distance, it looks like pure carbon fiber. When you actually go and feel it, it feels like the interior of a high-end car, but at the same time, it doesn't slip out of your hand. It's really high-end. In fact, it's made out of 100% aramid fiber, which is used in armor or like spacecraft, jet engines, Formula One race cars. It's super well designed, and as I said, it feels like the inside of a high-end like car, and once again, it does come with a decent price as well. But let's be real, it will be able to protect your phone while also being super slim. That's why this material is so cool. The case is so lightweight, and yet for some reason it feels so premium. It feels as if there isn't a case there at all, and yet there is. It also can have a tendency to get a bit fingerprinty, but here's the cool thing. All you do is you maybe swipe it across your pant leg or something, and it becomes clean really fast. How awesome is that? But let me tell you guys, this thing comes in, let's say your iPhone X, which is this particular phone, comes in at 7.7 millimeters. Well, this particular case comes in at 8.35 millimeters. That's how thin it is. Isn't that absurd? And yet, get this, it's 5 times stronger than steel. How insane is that? It does also come with a screen protector, so you know how the case doesn't really go over the screen, so if you do drop it directly on the screen, it can be a kind of terrifying. With that said, the screen protector is super easy to install. It's really durable, no scratches on it in the 3 or so weeks I've used it, and it's overall really good quality. But what if I told you that this thing has another feature that makes it just a bit more special than your average iPhone case? It actually has magnets built into it, especially placed so that your wireless charger doesn't interfere with the magnetic strips. So of course the magnets are one at the top and one at the bottom, and it only works really well with their special case. So what exactly is their particular case? Well, now we're going to be taking a look at the car mount right here, and it's really awesome. It features a N552T magnet, which means it's very strong, and yet not strong when you want it to be. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a step back. So, of course, you want a very thin case, and you don't want the magnet to be too strong. You see, when I used magnetic car mounts in the past, when I went to take off the phone, the magnetic car mount would literally come off with it, and it was the most infuriating thing ever. And yet, that's not the case anymore, because the magnets are just strong enough and designed precisely for this particular mount. When you go to take off the phone, it slips off really easily, and yet I have not once in the weeks I've been testing this, not a single time has it fallen on its own. Another infuriating problem with your average magnetic car mount: when you hit a pothole or a bump, or you go over a speed bump, the thing goes flying at your face. So that's not a problem here. But my favorite thing, of course, is inside of it. You see, in the center of this cool little magnetic case, this thing has a fan. You see, when you wirelessly charge your phone and you're on an hour drive, it's kind of annoying to charge this thing because you're worried your phone's going to heat up, and then when you take it off, it gets so hot. So usually it goes up to 75 degrees Celsius. This case will keep your phone at 35 degrees Celsius. It dissipates heat better. It doesn't have the magnets in the way interfering with your awesome car mount, and of course the QI charger. And once again, it has all the flexibility of your average car mount. It's got the magnets, it's made for this case, it doesn't stick too hard, and yet it sticks perfectly to your windshield. Installation takes literally a few seconds. You just plug it in, and afterwards you just rotate it to the direction that you want to see, and it can fast charge while keeping your phone perfectly safe in a really seamless way. It's one of my favorite products I've reviewed this year, and I will genuinely say that this is something I've been using every single day, because I literally use my case every single day, and I also use my car every single day. And guess what? It's been keeping my phone at 100%. I no longer have to plug in my phone in the car, and it works well with any old wireless charger, so I just toss it onto my little flat charger at home, and I am in the future. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If so, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to be me logging off.